Welcome back, guys. We are here, Trust the Process, back again. Me and Meech, and we brought a friend. What's going on, Meech? How you doing this week?
I'm a little down in the dumps. I'm losing as of right now. It's not looking too good, but I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm still the sexiest man in the league. We'll keep it moving.
Fair enough. Not a champion though, so fair enough. However, we do have a special guest here doing a little bit one-off episode, a meet the league, getting
What up? What
people
up?
to know. Jrod, what's happening?
What's up, boys? Yeah, coming at you from Pennsylvania here. In case you don't know me, I am the owner of the White Claw Outlaws, and we're roping them in this year. I'll tell you that much. We're roping them in. Yeah, glad to be here.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for doing this. Glad to have you in the league. It's exciting. I'm excited to talk about your team. So, you had a year to get into the league, figure things out. How are you feeling about your team now?
So this is the third year, yeah?
Third year.
Our third year as a league. Yeah, it's your second year?
Yeah, right. So this is my third year because I was in it from the start.
He was the OG, yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So being that it was the first dynasty that I've ever done, I thought that I started terribly. My draft was terrible from the beginning. My first year was terrible. I made some really bad trades because I had the mindset of, short outcomes. And I think I did a lot of thinking between the first and second year. The second year last year, I made some pretty good deals. And my mindset was really on this draft coming up in 2023. And so if you pull up my, draft, if you want to start there, I think the biggest, win that I have right now is that I got 3 first-round picks next year. And so my team has been in the dumps, and I've kind of accepted that, and we're on year 2 of rebuild. And I think if you look at my, schedule from last year versus this year, I've made some better wins. We're going places, and I think we're really looking towards a good year next year, maybe the year after.
Yeah, that's a good segue, Jake. Let's pull up his team. Let's look at his draft capital. Let's look at some transactions. Let's see what Jrod's been up to in the league so far this year.
Yeah, definitely. Before we go too deep into that, like you said, I think between the first and second year and what we're seeing out of you starting even this past summer before the season, it's a new owner. I mean, you came in and you just those britches got pulled up, belts tightened. You're ready to go to work.
New year, new me, baby.
Hey, I'm gonna stop you in your tracks right there. You got Gabe Davis in your lineup and he is out. You've been doing a lot better. I don't know if I'd say new you. I'll give you a little flack for that one.
To be fair, he doesn't have anyone that could go in. So
Jack Moss, James Crowder. He could have had it done. It was announced yesterday, but that's not what this is about. We're not here to flame you. I will say, I will agree with Jake. Coming into this year, you did look a lot sharper right off the bat. You drafted pretty well. You're holding on to players. You're making moves that are going to really help your team now and in the future, right? So looking at your team here, Jrod, what kind of trades or deals are you looking for right now, if any? Are you trying to get more picks? Are you trying to, fortify a position? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so I truly believe that the Bills are the number 1 defense right now. And I think that move I made last week getting Jalen Hurts was solid. He's a number 1, maybe number 2 quarterback in the league right now. And so I think my strengths are definitely in quarterback and defense. Now, where I'm definitely lacking is everywhere else. And so that's what we're looking at here. Yeah, I think that, my tight end is not the greatest, but that's not definitely a place where I need to, focus. It's definitely in the wide receivers and running backs. So yeah, send them my way, boys. Send those trades.
You got a strong start here, though. Javonte Williams, very highly ranked dynasty player. Jahan Dotson, superstar on the rise. Gabe Davis, though he's out tonight, superstar on the rise, on the best offense in the league, right? The Jalen Hurts trade was a great deal. I have him as a top 5 dynasty quarterback right now.
Mm-hmm.
The man can get it done all the time, and no one is going to work harder than that guy any day of the week. So here is the trade right here. It's actually between both of you. So it looks like Jake received Travis Etienne, and in return, Jrod received Jalen Hurts. I think you both kind of win from it, right? Jalen Hurts is on your bench, Jake. You have Josh Allen.
Mhm.
It fixes a position for you, Jrod, but it fixes it long term. This isn't like a 1 or a 2 year play. I mean, Jalen Hurts is going to be a quarterback in the NFL another 10 years, and he will be very fantasy relevant the whole time. So, really well done from both of you, I think, here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's a good trade that helps both of us. Travis wasn't doing it for me. I picked him up last year, and then he immediately got hurt, and that was a killer. And yeah, I'm just ready to make a move, and I think anybody out there watching that has never done his dynasty and thinking about doing a dynasty, I think the number one takeaway so far for me is that you can't think short term. You can't think, okay, I'm going to win this year. You got to think, okay, how's this going to affect my lineup in a year and 2 years?
Mhm.
And those can be damning trades. I mean, it can be beautiful trades, but they can also be damning. And you got to live with that. You got to be able to make those next moves in order to keep moving.
Yeah, this was for me, like it was one of those trades where I saw it and I didn't really have to think about it. And then I was thinking about it. Because Jalen Hurts is a top 5 dynasty quarterback. I do truly believe that. But am I ever going to start him over Josh Allen?
Right.
Once a year, bye week. I figured I might as well capitalize on the value. It's not easy to get a lot for quarterbacks because there are so many. And so I just took the high upside. I mean, ETN, there's a reason he was a high draft pick when he was drafted by the Jaguars. He's starting to take over some of the workload. Really, it is just that kind of younger depth. I got some older running backs. CMC is not so reliable so far, and things like that. So it's just some reassurance for me. And quarterbacks, if we need to, we can make another move. But Josh Allen's my guy, so I'm not too concerned. But yeah, let's dive into your draft capital here. Like you said, you have 3 first-round picks. What I guess what is your approach going into this rest of the season? Are you selling your team?
Yeah.
Are you selling your older two guys, like keeping a handful, trying to get more draft picks? What is your approach?
Yeah. So, I mean, I would essentially like one more first rounder. That's what I'm really going for. I want those 4 picks. And I'm not exactly sure the process it's going to take to get there, but I mean, that's obviously what I'm looking at. I'm not interested in getting rid of draft picks. I've been holding on to those draft picks for 2 years now. And even that other one was I think that was from the first year. So, I mean, we've been waiting for several years here I've been waiting, to spend those. This draft party coming up. There's some good guys coming out of the college years. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a great year to have a bunch of first round picks.
Yeah. 23 is definitely looking like one of the deepest classes talent wise. And the thing is that's another learning curve, right? Is knowing what the drafts look like. The rookie drafts are different than a redraft league because you're dealing with just the new up and comers. Like once you get past that first round, it's really like Flyers. It's really who do you believe in talent wise to develop into something. And so yeah, having that top of the talent in that first round is going to be huge. So league mates, everyone out there, feed the man. He's got some assets for you. Looking at what you've done just on waivers too, what has been kind of your approach? You were a big spender here on a 5 claimer, but you picked up some people. You started dropping some that might not pan out for you. How you feeling about your waiver wire play this year?
Yeah. So last season, this first week was crazy. The amount of money that was spent on people. When I saw Devin DuVernay play that first week, I knew that I wanted that talent on my team, so I was willing to spend for it. In the past years, I don't think I spent more than $10 or $20 of my waiver, so I was willing to take that risk and see that through. The other ones are kind of just switching out some ineffective players. I'm looking for some new talent, and I was just looking at statistics. From a guy that doesn't spend all Sunday watching football, I'm really just looking at stats and trying to make moves. And and I saw some potential there. Ty Montgomery, once he cuts off of IR, he has some potential. And Hayden Hurst was just a little bit better than what was cutting it for me. So
yeah, and you're absolutely right. Especially early in the year, it's the time to spend up, right? Everyone has 200 FOB to spend. spend more than you think you might need to, right? Get your guy early because you don't know what's going to be there in week 15. And there's no sense in having 180 left, right? When
exactly.
all the kitchen scraps that nobody wants,
Yep.
So
yeah, again, that dynasty approach too. Our waivers are not players that are the third, fourth string guys. These are like deeper than that. These are practice squad guys. These are guys we got deep rosters, and so you really have to think about what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Right. On that note, Jrod, I know we did prep you. Do you got a hot take for us today?
Okay, so we're gonna end it with a hot take here, and hold on to your seats, especially if you're from the Buffalo region, because my hot take is that Buffalo will be beating the Packers in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Okay. I'll take it.
That's spicy.
If that comes true, y'all owe me a fifth.
All right.
Well, I'll ship it.
I'll make that deal. I'll make that.
All right. Nice to meet everybody in the league, and I look forward to watching more of these.
It was an awesome chat, guys. We will catch you in the next interview.
Yeah. See ya.